So, I got a letter from the Downtown Urgent Care Center in Victoria, BC, right? Because I was going there to get blood work done and stuff to, look after some health problems, right? Keep up with my health. And this is the craziest thing ever. First of all, I've been out here for almost 10 years and haven't been able to get a family doctor. Uh, I've given up even trying to go to walk-in clinics because you got to call every single morning at 8 and ask if, you can get in, and every single day they'll say, no, sorry, we're full, even though the lines literally just picked up. So there's no doctors. There's a shortage of doctors. There's, nobody can get a family doctor for 20 years out here. It's the worst place in Canada you could possibly be for healthcare is British Columbia. I thought Ontario was bad. That's where I'm from. This is a lot worse. A lot worse. They'll let you die out here for like a simple infection in your tooth or something. They won't even give you penicillin. Like I had to fight a hospital in Kamloops to give me penicillin for an infected tooth because I couldn't get into a dentist, right away. But I have an infection, and an infection like that, you could have an infection for 3 days and it can turn into a blood infection and kill you. Like, you know what I mean? You don't, that's why we have penicillin. It's like standard mandatory medicine. Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, so the hospital wouldn't give me that. So this is a very corrupt place for medical care. They kill more people than they do help. So anyways, they diagnosed me. I get a call from this clinic, and after I got an ultrasound, CT scan and stuff like that, I got diagnosed with fatty liver disease. So, and I don't drink. I haven't drank in years. So this is not something from drinking. And it said on my CT scan, diffuse infiltration fatty liver, which means more than 5 to 10% of the liver is fatty, which would mean that it's probably in one of the later stages just before fibrosis, if not turning into fibrosis, which is at the point of where it's irreversible. And then it turns into cirrhosis, and then from cirrhosis, liver failure and death. So that could happen within, 4 to 8 years. So now, fatty liver disease can be reversed depending on what stage it's in. So here's the thing. They call me. This doctor tells me, says I have chronic liver disease, fatty liver disease. Didn't even look at the CT scan. I said, did you see the CT scan? Because I already knew that I had that because I saw the CT scan, and I was waiting for the doctor to call me for like a week or two to tell me what I need to do, And they call me, Dr. Wolf, I think it was, and tells me, yeah, you got fatty liver disease, and, lifestyle change can fix it. And that's all I got for you. And I'm like, did you see the CT scan? Because I need to know what stage it's in, and you should be able to determine that from a CT scan and an ultrasound scan on the liver. He didn't even know how to read the scan. He didn't even know how to, he didn't even read the diffuse infiltration fatty liver part. He's like, oh, they didn't say it like that. I'm like, yeah, they did. I can see my medical record. So he got more frustrated that I was asking questions about this disease that I just got diagnosed with. I'm asking normal questions like, what stage is it in? What's the next, course of action? And I need more I need follow-up, you know what I mean? And also we need to figure out and get to the cause of the problem, because with fatty liver disease, if you don't address the issue that's causing it, whether that's alcohol, whether that's pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes that hasn't been diagnosed, can cause this. Just, poor dieting, whatever. There's multiple causes, metabolic syndrome. But if you don't address that first, then your liver is going to continue to get damaged, and it's going to progress into fibrosis and cirrhosis, and then you're going to die, because you need to address the thing that's damaging the liver first before you try to, do anything. And they didn't even have any follow-up for me. So I'm asking this guy normal questions, and he's just wanting to get out of the conversation. And it hasn't even been 5 minutes, and he's diagnosed me with a chronic liver disease. And I'm 31 years old, and I don't drink. I'm not obese, okay? And this shouldn't be happening. There is an underlying cause that needs to be found and investigated, and they don't want to do the work. So he says, I gotta go, and hangs up on me because I'm asking questions about what is next for me to do. So then I call back because now I'm mad, right? Of course. Like, you just told me are you kidding me? Fatty liver disease. You're telling me I have a chronic liver disease. You're going to say I got to go and hang up on me? Like, no, bro. No. I'll come over there. You know what I mean? I'll come right over there. You know what I mean? So either way, I called them and it was a lady and I'm telling her what happened. And then she immediately becomes defensive in defense of the doctor, even though that she knew that he was wrong for that. She's trying to defend him because it is a corrupt incorporation. It's a corrupt entity or enterprise or whatever. Island Health, right? And they're all fucking evil in there. Like every engagement that I've had with any medical clinic, hospital, doctor, nurse, whatever, for the last 10 years here has been they're fucking demons, like just pure evil, like just nasty, off the jump, off the rip. And I'm like, I can't believe my life is in these people's hands. My health, my personal data information of these irresponsible, manipulative, power tripping demons. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, so she starts defending him, and then I say, hey, listen, I'm going to take, legal action because of this. You can't treat people like that. You can't just diagnose somebody with a chronic liver disease and say, I got to go and hang up on them. There are certain protocols you have to follow in certain professions, and that's a pretty severe thing to do to somebody that just found out that they have a chronic liver disease. That's traumatizing, you know what I mean? And you're not going to do that to me. So I'm whatever, right? So anyway, she hung up on me. So I realized that, these people are corrupt. And they said that, oh, well, we referred you to a GI specialist. That could take like 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? What about follow-up? What about blood work? What about, following up to check the progression to make sure that it's not scarring and, there's got to be something. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just do that and just leave somebody to figure this out on their own. And what kind of a fucking medical system is that? So, and this is everywhere you go out here. So now I'm wondering, okay, so after that, they send me a letter in the mail saying that I was threatening them, saying that I was threatening in nature because I was professional the whole time. The whole time I kept it together because I know you have to be with these people, right? And they're recording the phone. So, and they're going to be the ones wrong in the end. You know what I mean? So I kept it together all the way up until the end at the last minute. And then she was being just basically saying, yeah, what are you going to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like I was in a professional way, right? So that way she can't look out of character. And I just said, fuck off. And I hung up. That's all I said, but hey, if they see this, how about you get that recording? Go ahead and get the recording of that conversation and play that. Go ahead and give that to whoever you want. We want to hear it because I never threatened or was threatening in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that I may have threatened was legal action, which I'm free to do so. Like, you know what I mean? I'm free to be like, hey, I'm going to sue your company. That's not threatening. That is what happens to corrupt corporations that, abuse their power over their clients and are abusive in nature and don't follow the law themselves in the proper protocols. We're allowed to hold you accountable publicly or bring, or sue, civilly, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That's a normal function. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if you do that to somebody, you guys deserve to be sued. You know what I mean? And called out and for you guys to lose your jobs. You shouldn't be having a job, period, in that field if that's the way you're operating, And so then you're going to send me a letter threatening me saying that if I don't sign it, that they are going to refuse me services. Saying that I threatened and all this other stuff when all I did, I said I swear. I said fuck off at the end. My bad. Big deal. I got emotional because I just got diagnosed with fatty liver disease and you guys are being hostile to me and you're hanging up on me and you're not wanting to do your job. You're trying to escape your responsibility. and you need to be held accountable. So because somebody has done that, you're gonna go ahead and say that I threatened you and send me a letter in the mail. That's how mad. That's how pissed off this chick was. It was her. Her name's on it. The one that I told fuck off on the phone. So she's personally, emotionally attached to that scenario that she went that far out of her way to make false criminal accusations, because threats are a real thing. You can't threaten people and you can't death threat people. You know, you will go to jail for that. So if you're gonna make false criminal accusations, there's another lawsuit. There's another thing added to the file, and it's all on record. It's on paper. It's false, and you admitted the phone call was recorded. So now you're gonna have to produce that for court. And when they hear it and hear that I wasn't threatening in any way, and the only mistake that I made was at the end when I said fuck off, that was inappropriate, but that's not illegal, right? And then when they hear why I became emotional in the first place, yeah, it's gonna look really bad on you guys, really bad, and it should. And I'm sick of the abuse from this establishment in this city and the people that are working in it. Just fucking low level bottom feeder people that are desperate, and somehow they wicked weaseled their way into a profession, and you know they're holding on for dear life, and they just mistreat everybody. It's just fucking psychotic out here. You know what I mean? All cowards. You know, they'll break the law, but then hide behind the law to protect them. Like, that's the type of cowards and weasels these people are out here, that are actually in positions in healthcare and every other systematic position possible out here, to leverage their power over you if they're having a bad day. It's crazy, and they're all like that. And the more they get away with it, the more they become wicked in that way. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm tired of the corruption of this fucking place, man. Like, and people fucking with me, you know, and getting diagnosed with fatty liver disease, that's life altering. And then you're gonna hang up on me, and then you're gonna tell me you're gonna refuse me service in a letter and threaten me in the mail, because I held you legally accountable for what you're already contracted to do legally. Okay, well, one day things are gonna backfire on you guys. And maybe this video might make it to a lawyer that might accept this as a fucking case, and a lawsuit against you guys. Because that's what happens, man. If that's what you guys do to people, then you deserve to be held accountable and penaltied. There has to be consequences for the establishment, for the health system, for law enforcement, for the government, to be held accountable by the people, because, this is what it's all about, right? The system does that to us and holds us accountable to every little thing we do. If we jaywalk, we get a fine. If we park for too long, we get a fine. They hold us to every little tiny bit of accountability possible, and penalty us if we stray off that just a little bit. So it should be the same way, and I should be able to freely, openly say that to them, and yeah, say that, hey, listen, if you're not going to follow proper protocol and you're going to treat your clients like this, then yeah, maybe you might get a lawsuit. That's not a threat. You can't tell me that I made a threat because I threatened something legally. You know what I mean? Like, that's my right. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I don't even like doing stuff like that. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? But that's why they abuse their powers, because nobody has the energy or even wants to participate in any legal engagement at all. Nobody wants to do that. And chances are 9 out of 10 people aren't going to do it. So that's why I'm like, yo, I have to be the one person that fucking fights back. That's why the homelessness shit. Everybody's a fucking coward. Like, if I was in a room full of 100 people and there's one bully and he's just preying on everyone and stealing their food and beating people up and eventually I'm going to realize everyone's a coward. No one's going to stand up to this guy. So I'm the only one that is going to have to kick this guy in his fucking chest and knock his fucking teeth out. Like, and I'm always that guy, but I get punished, right? I do that. I beat the bully up, and then I go to jail, and I'm the fucking criminal, and I'm the bad, evil, violent person and shit. I call out a fucking female for being fucking manipulative in nature or a feminist, and all of a sudden I'm a fucking abuser, fucking misogynist, or whatever you call it. It's crazy, and I'm just like, holy fuck, man. Like, you guys really want to oppress me, right? Like, you really want to fucking dominate me in every way, shape, or form and expect me to submit to it. Well, guess what? You guys are fucked because you're not even built for war. So I don't know why the fuck you're trying to go to war with me or anybody else, because you're too fucking weak to go. You're not even built like that. And if you're going to break the fucking law, then don't run and hide behind the fucking law. You know what I mean? Like a bitch. You know what I mean? And a coward. So that's the fucking this city in a nutshell, what this city is in every aspect of it, from the shelters, the charities, the organizations, the income assistance office, everyone working in it, like just pure corrupt, just bullies picking on everyone weaker than it. It's fucked. Like where I come from, it's like the small dudes that are, going after the big guys. Like it's like a fucking hyena trying to kill a lion, like where I come from. Out here, it's like the lions, killing the fucking baby hyenas instead of the hyenas themselves, like going for the weakest. You know what I mean? Like that's the mentality of Victoria, BC. Real talk. Like in it are all pussies, all cowards. You know what I mean? So I'm not into it, and I'm calling people out because of it, and fucking people don't like me. People don't like it. So what? Can't do nothing to me. But anyways, bottom line is, you know, somebody's got to do this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So people think, oh, stop crying, stop whining about everything. Like, you don't get it, man. Like, I've already beat the game. I already mastered it. I already defeated the fucking Matrix, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm in a position where I can now complain, or I can say something, or I can address things because I was silent for 10 years. You know what I mean? Before I even opened my mouth. I only started the YouTube channel like 4 years ago. That's 4 years. Like, I'm 31 years old. That's nothing. That's like nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't always a YouTuber crying about shit online. I also do things about it. I'm not just complaining. I do things about it. You know what I mean? So, whatever. Like, I'm going to just keep showing people. Like, people can't see this happening. So they don't believe the people that are, being victimized by corruption out here. So I have to be the one to show it. Like, you know what I mean? And these guys are cowards. So I don't like cowards. You know what I mean? And like I said, they're the bullies in the homeless shelter. I told the guy, the staff to his face, like, stop being a bully, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're not tough. Like, I would fold you. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, right to his face. Like, yo, you don't try to dominate me. Don't try to be masculine around me, because I will pick you up and fucking smash you into a million pieces. I don't like bullies, power tripping, predators, because that's what the city is, right? It's just nuts. It's like women that beat on men just knowing that we can't hit you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those type of predators that they know they can hit you, and you could smash them, but you're not going to. And they know that, so they're going to take advantage of that and hurt you. You know what I mean? So I don't respect that. Like, I don't respect any of this cowardly fucking bullying culture out here in BC. A bunch of fucking bitch ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do anything about it because they'll run and fucking call the cops. So how gangster are you motherfuckers really? Like, not real gangster. And they got to send me letters, make shit up, fuck with my file. They probably retracted that GI specialist request. And if they did that, and I have a chronic liver disease, and they retracted the GI specialist referral that they made for me on my behalf because of that engagement that happened, and now I have to sign something or they refuse service. If they retracted that and put my life and my health at risk, there's another add to the lawsuit. You know what I mean? I can swear all I want. I'm allowed to swear. You can go ahead and refuse me service, but I haven't broken the law. At this point, you guys are breaking the law, and you're not following the protocol that you're legally obligated to follow under your contract in your position and through Island Health, and what Island Health has to abide in and submit to, and basically follow. There's like, you can't be the only one that can break the rules. You know what I'm saying? So I can swear, I can get emotional if I want. You can refuse me service, but you're not going to send me a letter in the mail making false criminal accusations, talking about threatening behavior. Now I'm going to hold you to that too, and I want you to produce that phone call audio. You know what I'm saying? So these people should just be removed, you know? So anyways, there's no health care in this city. If you got cancer, they would just let you die. If you got some sickness or an infection that could easily be corrected by medication, they'll just let you die. Things that they could help you and correct, they just don't care. The attitude that I have received in the hospitals and the clinics is just like an attitude from a fucking girl I dated when I was a fucking teenager, like immature personality, character, and behavior and attitude, just a scandalous attitude. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not professional, and it doesn't align. It doesn't make sense to have people like that working in hospitals, clinic. But that's that's how it is out here. It's all the worst type of people working in I can't believe it. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, okay. So can't get health care. Can't survive homelessness because they're intentionally, literally creating homelessness and drug addiction so they can profit from it. Can't get a job in an employment field related to the experience I have because there's a bunch of vultures at the top that have no lived experience in homelessness that are creating hundreds of millions of dollars around homelessness for them and for them to profit from and to keep themselves employed, and then not give any employment opportunities to the homeless guy that got housed that is now ready to be employed to a related field to their lived experience. They wouldn't let me in. They made it so I couldn't get in, and they wouldn't give me funding and all kinds of stuff. And they stood in my way because I am a threat to their pyramid scheme, to their front that they're putting on to the public. They don't want no one to know, so they can't let real guys in that really went through homelessness, because that would kind of fuck things up for them. So I'm just, it is what it is, right? I'm going to keep going to war. I'm in a fucking war right now. And I have been since I came out here. And all I was ever just trying to do was just trying to chill. You know what I mean? Was trying to get myself established, get a job, get a place, do something with my life. And I was. And the only thing that stood in my way was the same establishment that claimed to be there for us. So I'll never understand that. But at least I couldn't back then. Now I understand it because I have investigated the financial aspects of all of these businesses, not charities, not nonprofits, businesses, and including Island Health. And I found out that they're corrupt and that it's all about money. So, and then I had to figure out how that even happens with the money, because they're claiming that they don't get any money out of doing the service they do. Oh, none of us get paid, even though you're getting a $200,000 a year salary. Okay. Anyways, this place is just despicable, and I want the people in this city to feel ashamed of themselves and take responsibility and be held accountable. And I'm just gonna keep smashing until that happens, or at least they feel uncomfortable because now most people around actually know the truth about what's happening, and they can no longer operate in their prideful way, knowing that everybody knows that they're a fucking bunch of frauds, and that they're evil, and that they're corrupt, and that they're harming people, and that they're making things up and just being unprofessional and manipulative and evil in nature, dishonest, causing harm, and if anything, causing people to die, if it's the medical system. So I don't know, but this place has been trying to squeeze me out since I got here, and I fought all the way through. When I was homeless, like I said, I went to the shelter. Everybody was on drugs. The shelter staff were pissed off all the time. They're just rude for no reason. They did weird things to try to get me upset. Like, they took half of my clothes out of my duffel bag and put it in donations, but left the other half, even though my duffel bag was on my bed. My bed was made. Nothing was under my bed, and my clothes were all rolled up in rolls inside my duffel bag, all neatly and organized. And then when I asked the staff and I said, why did you take half of my clothes out and put them in donations? She's like, I don't know. I don't have to explain myself to you. So I don't know who the fuck you guys think you are just because I'm homeless and I have a bed here and you think you're going to say something. I'll knock you the fuck right out. And I don't care about jail, you pussy ass bitch. And I told him that. And then he got scared, ran off, fucking called the cops, and then fucking banned me for life, right? It was the Salvation Army, right? Even though I've been banned there 3 times under 3 different names for life ban from me calling them out for being fucking bullies, right? Because they can get away with that because the homeless aren't going to defend themselves against these fucking predators, because their bed is on the line. You know, the power is over them, and these people are sick. They'll use their bed as leverage to fucking have that power over you that you have to submit to. Okay, I'm sorry. Please don't take away my bed, sir. Like, I'm like, yeah, you're a goof, bitch. Okay, banned for life. Okay, suck my dick. Like, I'm that guy. And I had to go outside and go sleep on a fucking bench with no blanket in December because of that. And that's how gangster I am. And I'll stand up to these fucking cowards. Same thing with these fucking cowards at the downtown urgent care center. Same thing with these fucking cowards at the Salvation Army, at our place, at Rock Bay, and all these other fucking organizations. Like, what is it? The Sandy Merman fucking female house or whatever. I heard that a female was playing one of my YouTube videos about the corruption around these organizations and nonprofits and charities in this city, and she got noticed that she is being kicked out and has to leave in 24 hours, and she was living out of her van previously, and she's only been there for like a month, and they kicked her out and she had to go back and live back in her van, all because she was playing my video and they said that to her. And she contacted me and told me. So, you know, there are these people now that I'm exposing them through victoriabcprofits.ca and these organizations and getting testimonies from ex-employees and stuff. They're trying to harm other people that are affiliated with me, you know, trying to kick them out, cause them damage and distress and pain and suffering because they can't do it to me anymore. So, wow, okay. That's how cowardly this city is. And these are places that are supposed to be taking care of vulnerable people, okay? They're all a bunch of fucking predator, goof, pieces of shit, power tripping fucking pussies, and nobody in the city can fucking hurt me, period. You know what I mean? I will fuck you guys up, okay? So I've tried to be civil. I've worked for organizations. I've done things that were, you know, respectable in a community point of view. And I've done community work and advocating for homelessness. I've done a lot. I've been employed. I did a lot. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just came to find out that this city is just pure corrupt, and I'm not fucking putting up with it. I don't deal with bullies, bro. I'll just beat them up. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is that these cowards that's what they do. They'll provoke you, instigate you to get bent out of shape. You'll slap someone. You'll go to jail. They win. You know, and then you're still not able to survive. Like, you know what I mean? So the whole thing's a trap, but I'm at least gonna, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing with the videos and shit. I was never a guy to talk, complain. I change shit. I do shit. Or else I wouldn't have been in a tent to a condo. I wouldn't have been from the fucking hood to an island. You guys, go watch my videos for the last 4 years on this YouTube channel and see how much I've fucking done and how far I've come and how much I've changed. And it's all documented, and that's why I made this channel. You know what I'm saying? So this city can go fuck itself. You know what I mean? I'm blackballed and blacklisted from everywhere and fucking kicked out of every fucking thing. There was no resource. There was no resource anyways. You know, when I was homeless out here, they're all fucking liars. They're saying that they're creating all this opportunity and there's all this shit, and you can't even get a shower, a fucking pair of socks, or a piece of bread. And if Sally's charging, like, this city's a fucking joke. Bunch of pieces of shit. They all deserve to be exposed. I'm gonna make another video too, and I'm gonna fucking name blast this bitch. I'm gonna put her fucking name right in the video, because I can't be professional anymore, bro. I can't keep my composure. I can't play this fucking game with these fucking nerds anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the fucking hood. That's who I am. A lot of people like to fucking run their mouth. I'm not listening to it no more. I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you a goof, a bitch, to your fucking face. I'll get kicked out everywhere. When the cops come, I'll tell them to their fucking face, suck my dick, fucking go ahead and do whatever you guys want to do. I'll take it to trial. I'll fight it. And when I fucking win, then you guys are going to look like a bunch of goose yourselves. So you might as well just leave me the fuck alone. Do your fucking jobs. Be professional. Stop abusing people. Stop fucking profiting off of homelessness. Stop being a bunch of low-life, bottom-feeder pieces of fucking shit. And stop abusing your power and fucking manipulating and, you know, power tripping and fucking taking advantage of your power over people that are weaker than you or in a vulnerable situation. Like, you guys are a bunch of fucking weaklings, man. Really, honestly. Cowards. You know what I'm saying? So, and I defeated all of it. I beat all of it. I beat all of these motherfuckers. I beat every aspect of this fucking city. Homelessness. I've been through every layer and level of this piece of shit fucking place. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. The only fucking terrible thing about it is the people, the culture, and the business culture out here. It's vulture culture. Like, it's just a bunch of vultures looking to fucking prey on anything they can to make money. And they got a smile on their face pretending to be a fucking cheerleader, you know, a fucking fundraiser for homeless people. It's disgusting, you know. So, downtown urgent care center, you know, stop being fucking lazy. You wonder why. I think a couple doctors left there, like, whatever. Like, it's every single clinic is the same. Every fucking hospital is the same. Every business is the same. A bunch of just pieces of shit. They know they're going down. And they just fucking, you know, trying to bring everybody down with them. They know the ship's going down. It's just like that. You know what I mean? But anyways, fuck these people. Fuck this place. I'll survive. I'll beat this shit, man. I will fucking beat this, you know. And if I don't, you know what I mean? If something happens to me, then it was meant to be, you know. It was the will of God. But, you know, I will go and consult with my creator. How about that? But my hand, or my life is not going to be in the hands of these fucking evil people that abuse that power that they have. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to keep getting away with it and hurting people and killing people and causing damage and fucking grief and stress and putting people at risk of further things because they don't want to be professional and follow their own fucking protocol and be held accountable to what they claim they're here to do in the first place. Like, what the fuck? Like, weirdos. Okay. Yeah. All right. Send this to the fucking downtown urgent care center and everybody else I mentioned in this video. Do that favor for me. Message them on Facebook, send it to them, send it to their email, blast them. You know, show them that I'm not the only person that feels like this and knows that this corruption is real. Because I'm always out here sticking my neck out, fighting for everybody else that is going through the same injustice, but I'm the only one getting, you know, fucking smashed on with the consequences of that. So if you guys could help out, that'd be great. Thanks.